Hey friends, welcome to Slow Down and Stack Up Saturday. Today we will explore my new personal binder. I hope that you guys enjoy the content. Let's get to it. Welcome friends to Dough and Discipline. Today we are going to slow it down and stack the money up. We're debuting a new personal binder. And I'm going to show you guys a flip through before we get officially started. So I was feeling kind of blah and I needed to revamp my personal binder. I just wasn't feeling it anymore. So we got a new binder, some new challenges, and here we are. So I'm showing you my wonderful name challenge. That's just part of my binder decor. Once I put it in, the rose kind of sticks out. I've also got some binder decor from, I believe it's Saving Supermom over on the left-hand side. So we're going to get started. We got themed envelopes from Beauty and the Beast. First up, we got Rad Girl Budgets. That is my new friend, Megan. Looking forward to those challenges. Next up, Kealy Kreations. Then we go into the dramatic Panda, Janell Rae Budgets. We also have a few themes. This is Star Wars. We have Winnie the Pooh. And She Will Not Fail. We have a few Disney minis from the 100 Mini collaboration. In addition, we have Bingo Broke No More, and that is an actual game. Last but not least, we have a duck envelope, which is from my original personal binder that has some sticker challenges and other duck themed items. Guys, stick around. It's going to be some great things going on the inside of these envelopes. You don't want to miss this. We are working with $187 today. Let's get to it, my friends. All right, friends. Envelope 1 comes to us from Megan over at Rad Girl Budgets. That wasn't very cash money of you. This is a roll and save and a stretcher. Got too silly? This is absolutely adorable. I love it. In addition, I have Megan's Life as a Budgeter box challenge. So we'll also be working on that in her envelope. Okay, so I believe what we'll do first is we'll get started with some of the roll and saves. I want to try to keep this challenge not for a long time, but I really like it. So I do want to preserve the gameplay just a little. All right, we have a 6. Let me check it out. I'm trying to make a heart. Okay, I'm not going to be difficult. Okay. All right, next up in our Life as a Budgeter box challenge, I have the cards. I didn't do them in cardstock. I just did those in regular paper, so we'll kind of get rid of them fairly quickly. All right, so we have a 6. I'm gonna go with maybe 3 cards. a car, financial freedom, and a desk vacuum. Let's see if we can locate those items. All right, there's our desk vacuum for $2. A car for $3. And financial freedom for $1. All right, so our total for Megan's envelope is 6, 8, 11, $12. Let's get everything back in order. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic weekend. Do you guys have any big plans? Doing anything special? My weekend is going to consist 10, 11, 12 of some relaxing, catching up with laundry. The kids are back in school and we're all getting reacclimated with schedules again. So we won't be doing anything too crazy. All right, envelope number 2 comes to us from Kealy Kreations. So we have 2 challenges. We have a flaming savings, which is supposed to be a very, very high value saver. And then we have a 2026 stretcher as well. And I'm going to shift it up just a little bit. Oh, I don't want you to have that glare effect. There we go. Now, I'm kind of afraid to stretch flaming savings because I don't know exactly how high it is. So if it's too high, I might have to pay it next time. I don't know. We're going to have to see. 1. I know you lying to me. Ooh, hoo, hoo. All right, my friends, that says, I'm gonna lift it up so you can see it. D6 times 5. So I'm gonna roll a D6 times 5. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. $30. My God, my God. I'm not even doing the second one. I'm gonna have to stretch these in advance and bring the money the next time. Crazy. Y'all, that's crazy. $30. One stretch. Kealy play too much. All right, moving on to the dramatic Panda. And we have a lovely set, Beauty and the Beast. 3, 1, 2, 3. Chip is so cute. All right, this is 2. All right, we'll go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's a 7 for a total of $9. And so guys, just to give you a little bit more information about my personal binder, my husband and I both budget allowance, and allowance is guilt-free money. It can also be known as below dough. Five, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now, even though this is money that I can spend on whatever I want without accountability, I take my allowance very seriously. So I actually save a portion of it for my personal savings. And then I have a smaller portion that I use for crafts and shop small. And just, you know, fun things. All right, moving on. We are looking at envelope number 4, Janell Rae Budgets. And this comes to us from a book. It's actually a book that I have. It's like a sarcastic animals book. And I decided to take pages out individually to complete them. So I'm going to get a low value die. For our roll spaces. All right, so we'll do 2 roll spaces and 1 stretch off. All right, we got a 1. We got a 2. So we're up to 3. And we got a 5 for $8. Five, 6, 7, 8. Now, I don't know if you guys are going to notice a voice change in the video. The flip through of the video was shot last night before I went to bed, and I'll be voicing that over. This comes to us at 6 a.m. when I've escaped from my husband's bed and I'm downstairs playing with my money. So just in case I sound a little groggy, that's why. All right, next up we got Star Wars. And I'm not showing you guys everything in the envelopes, but typically there's a collection. So Star Wars, we have challenges from Mint Dough, Steps on a Budget, Floating Funds, Budgeting with Kim, Kealy Kreations. So it's a variety of different things inside the envelopes. But since this is our first time in this binder, I'm just trying to take it easy and not overwhelm you. All right, I'm just looking to see which one I'm going to start on. All right, we're going to leave those two out. So the first one up top, Mint Doco. Down bottom, Steps on a Budget. Five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got a 4. One, 2. And that's a D12 roll. All right, let me see if I have a D12 readily available. All right, I do. And we got a 10, so 10 plus 4, $14. $10, $11, $12, $13, $14. Yeah, so like I was saying about this binder, I'm happy to get it started. I enjoy saving money, not only for my family, but for myself. All right, next up we have Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. And we're going to start off with Jenny from the Dramatic Panda. All right, we got Zero Bothers Given. This is a Save 55 with values 2 through 8. And this is Some Days Look Better Upside Down. Three, 1, 2, 3. All right, that's a 2, so we'll go again. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's a 5 for 7 on the first card. All right, hold on, guys. Let me stretch that a little better. I don't like the residue. There we go. All right, and let's do the very top one at the bottom. And that's a 3 for $10 total. And this is actually member mail from the Dramatic Panda. All right, $10. All right, the last envelope is the She Will Not Fail envelope. And this is a Zodiac challenge from the Budgeting Introvert. It says, if you find the Zodiac symbol, roll a die and double the amount, or save an amount of your choice. So my Zodiac is a Sagittarius. I am a December baby. 1, 2. And we're going to start this off with $8. Five, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just curious, do you guys, what do you spend your personal money on? If you do allowance or fun money or blow money, how do you spend your money? So again, my areas are Hobby Lobby, Etsy, and personal savings. All right, here we go. Now, I have some of the Disney challenges from the Disney 100 mini collab. I don't know if I'm gonna do the full collab. I really don't know, but I'm just starting out and I'm gonna see how it goes. So right now I have 1, 2, 3 pages of minis. So I'm gonna use a D3 to determine which page I'm gonna work on. Give me 1 second, guys, to grab a D3. All right, so we're gonna use a D3 to determine which page, and I grabbed a D5. I needed a D4. All right, here we go. And a D4 to determine which card, okay? All right, so page 1, number 2. All right, page 1, number 2 comes to us from Save with Glow. Save with Glow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, I'm running low on dollars. All right, guys, let me get some change. Hold on. All right, so this is actually the second savings book you'll see today. And this is my personal savings, money that I'm saving that just goes into my personal long-term account. And I'm just gonna make some change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, you guys should see this later if we have any money left over to put in it. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so when the challenge is complete, I'm just going to put the money in the front of it. All right, here we go. Done. Now we're moving on to Bingo Broke No More, which comes to us from Savings Creations Co. Let me grab my book. All right, I'm back. Just switching out momentarily. I gotta find the Bingo Broke No More. All right, there we go, guys. Ta-da! All right, so this comes to us from Sunny over at Savings Creations Co. Sunny makes all types of fun games, stretch-offs, just all types of things. All right, so it says how to play. Roll a D10. Based on the number you picked, based on the number you roll, pick a row to play. So it's roll 1 through 10 on this side. It says choose any uncovered ball from that row. So you're going to pick one and save the amount shown. There's also a bonus symbol that tells you some extra actions that you can do. Once you've saved the amount and completed the bonus symbol, only then can you cross out or color in the ball, okay? All right, let's choose our row. All right, it's row 4. Row 4. All right. Whew, spicy. Ooh, child. All right, I'm going to do 2 from the row. I'm going to do the 1. The 1 has a money bag, and the money bag means they have to save an extra $3. So that's going to be 4. Wait a minute, guys. I'm going to take this out because I don't want to. I got a sticker challenge behind it. All right, that's 4. I'm also going to do the rainbow and the 2. So with the 2, you have to roll a D8. All right, let me grab a D8 real quick. All right, we had 3 plus 2 for 5. So we have 5 plus 4 for 9. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a 10 in, because I want to save some of my ones just in case I need them for something else. All right. All right, so we're putting 10 in. Bingo, broke no more. And we have one last envelope left. And this is what I brought over from my Ducky personal binder. We got some duck challenges. Now, I'm not going to do all of these, but I'm just showing them to you. All right, so for our sticker, we'll go ahead and do Cowboy Cody for $7. Where are my tweezers? All right, that's $7. And then we'll do, so our duck sticker challenge comes from Sunny at Savings Creation Co. Also, our duck stretch off challenges come from Sunny at Savings Creations Co. This is Future Fix Felix. He says, that's a future me problem. I'm busy living in the now. So Felix is on that YOLO. You only live once. Oh my goodness, $16. These people are out to get me today. I'm gonna be broke, y'all. Brokey. Well, friends, y'all don't have to worry about seeing me in y'all Etsy shops no time soon, because, whew, sheesh. All right. I wanted to do one of these little ducks, too. 16 plus 7. All right. 23. Hold on, guys. This is a little mini mess up here. I don't like how this looks. I know you lying. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. It is no way. Now, all these numbers from Kimmy at Rad Girl Budgets, they have been low. And today, she want to grace us with a 15. All right, so 15 plus 16 is 31, plus 7 is $38. Y'all won't see me stuff the other book today, friends. 20, 30, 5, 36, 37, 38. I'm gonna have to get a second job to be able to afford this binder. All right, this was the only envelope that we did have some money in from some of the sticker challenge that we had previously worked on. So in total, everything else had no money in it. In total, this envelope now has 20, 40, 50, 60, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 71, $71. All right, guys, let me clean up a little bit. All right, there we go. All right, so guys, in all seriousness, today was a good day. I was able to do some of the challenges that I love, that I thought were special, that I picked for specific reasons. And no matter what values I stretched or high, so I can't talk, y'all, how high the values were, I'm paying myself. And that's what I want you guys to realize. I would rather pay myself money any day that will create safety, security, a better level of living for me, more enjoyment, fun, and memories. Sorry, guys, I had to cut my little soapbox talk short because I forgot we still had just a little bit of money to put into my second binder. Again, I have two personal binders. One is to fund certain things that may be fun, and this one is actually for personal savings. So although we spent a lot of money in our first binder, we are putting $25 right now in our $25 slot. This binder came from Mel over at Mystic Budgets, and it saves you $560 plus dollars. So it's a $560 base plus some other monies that you can save in it. So again, I'm just filling the $25 slot. I'm very close to completing this actual binder. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I decided to do longer content today just to show you what it looks like when I'm just sitting down alone. And this is how I actually work through my binders. Most of the content that you guys see, I've sped it up, chopped it up, just trying to be very mindful of you guys' times because I do value and appreciate when you take the time to watch anything that I put out. But again, thank you guys so much. I love my subscribers. I'm thankful for the new people that are coming to my channel. I genuinely love all things budgeting. And so this is a part of my daily life. Until next time, guys, be blessed. Don't forget, be disciplined about your dough, my friends.